I'm the best man. Everybody here knows me. I never thought this day would come. I really did not think this day would come. I mean, I just didn't think that this relationship would end, Brad. Sorry. I mean, my brother and I, man, we have just been through it all. I mean, from growing up as kids, living together in the same room, as my mom pointed out last night at the rehearsal dinner, which I was like the one getting married last night, getting roasted by my mom. Where are you at, Mom? Oh, okay. So anyway, my mom has this dress tonight. Okay? You guys got to hear the dress story. It's great. It's great. And I'm doing this really for my stepfather, Joe. Because Joe has heard the dress story. How many times, Joe? Probably 100? Because she tells everybody the dress story. Well, I'm going to tell you guys the dress story. So, I'm 32, Brad's 33. Most lebs in the Stephen family get married at 22, 23, start popping out babies left and right. My mom used to be the one that was like, when are you guys having kids and getting married? And now, Big B, my dad, they flipped a 180. Big B's the one that wants us to have kids. Anyway, I got a ways to go, FYI. So my mom bought this dress 7 years ago in Tampa, Florida. She's from Tampa. Her whole family's in town from Miami, and it's good to see all of them here. For their first wedding as well, for my grandparents' first wedding, who are in town from Miami. And my mom bought this dress. I'm just telling everybody this now so that she doesn't tell everybody during the thing. Because she told me that Brad had thick hair and I had thin hair. I was like, Mom, I got a lot more girth than Brad does. Okay? This is an adults-only reception. I can say that. Craig will testify. Anyway, my mom has this dress that she's been waiting for 7 years, and she has this joke about none of her kids getting married. But Corey Jordan and I always knew Brad would be the first one. He's the lover boy. You know, as she said last night, he loves pets. What, you like gerbils? What, you like dogs? I mean, I could go. Snakes? Even though that snake that died, he had a hard winter. But really, we just forgot to feed it. Sorry, Brad. Anyway, my mom finally gets to wear the dress. Mom, everybody now knows the story. Joe, you owe me $100 because she bought it for $50, but she wants to tell everybody it's worth $1,500. Okay? And I asked her, I go, did you get it at a garage sale? No. I'm calling bullshit on that, Mom. She said she got it, I think it was like Neiman Marcus. I think that's what you said. So anyway, my brother and I, when we grew up as kids, we were always in the same room together growing up as kids. Growing up in high school together, we always were talking about what we would do when we grew up. What we would, like we would walk into a restaurant, we would walk into a bar, and we would critique everything about that bar, about that restaurant, and what we would do differently. And this was us in high school, you know. And when my dad would go out of town, because my parents got divorced when we were like 14 or 15, we would throw the best parties ever. Dad, we had the best cleaning procedure down to a T. You had no idea that we had 200 people at your house. We parked everybody at the church down the street. We had Suburbans coming in, shipping people so that the neighbors wouldn't be like calling you, be like, Big B, dude, there's a party going on over at your house. We had security guards at our parties in high school. Yes, I know we broke the Stephen tradition. You're not supposed to drink before you're 21. I blame that on my friends that are here tonight. Sam, Rourke, Twig, Patrick Wetta. I don't know who else is here, but they're the reason why we probably are as like we are. So we go to college and we do our own things. And, you know, we really don't talk that much. We probably talked like once or twice a week, which was really weird for us when we were both in college. And then we decided that we were going to go into business together. And then we were getting into the bar business. And I remember what, Dad, everybody told you that we were crazy, right? Don't let those guys do that, you know? And you know, look at us today, you know? And Brad and I, when we were at Backstage, we had a niche for radio commercials. The radio commercials were just legendary. Granted, I can't believe we didn't get kicked off the air as many times as we didn't. I mean, we were on, even Rodney Sr., or Rodney Jr., where are you at, Rodney? We tried to give him free publicity, and he turned us down. We said, hey, can we put Genesis in there? And you're like, no, dude. Can't do that. You remember that? Anyway, I could play you. We probably did about 50 or 60 of these commercials, but I just got one that I wanted you guys to hear. Okay? So, it's not down my throat, but it's just as good. It's me and my brother, and it's one of my best friends from college who played for the Toronto Blue Jays. Jeremy Accardo is his name, and he was just in town visiting. Just play this ad. We did about 50 or 60 of these commercials, so they were all pretty squirrely.
Count Brentula.
I'm Count Brentula. He's Count Bradula.
To go to Backstage on Halloween.
I'm so excited, Count Bradula. They have 50-cent Miller Lite draws and $3.50 Absolute drinks.
They are also giving away $100 for the best costume.
Oh, I can't wait to sink my fang into those sexy ladies.
Let's see whose fang can go the deepest.
Oh no, I don't think I can take two fangs at once.
50-cent Miller Lite draws and $3.50 Absolute drinks every Tuesday and on Halloween at Backstage, 21st and Woodlawn next to the Looney Bin.
So anyway, we did a lot of those commercials, and we were always pushing the limits. We only got kicked off like twice, right? Twice. We probably did 50 plus. We even brought my mom in to be Mrs. Claus one time. Remember when you were Mrs. Claus? I was Elf B. Yeah, I was Elf B. Anyway, our relationship progressed. So we made a lot of mistakes growing up, owning a bar at 22 and 23 years old. And probably you shouldn't be allowed to own a bar at that age, because all we were doing was partying until 6 in the morning, and probably lost $100,000 a year in profits. I mean, God, we'd be freaking loaded right now, Brad, if we just didn't drink. Maybe we should have done the Steven tradition thing at 21, But, we learned a lot about the business then, and we grew into Indigo. And then we learned what it was like to have partners, and we learned a lot from that. And then we decided, you know what, we're just going to do shit our way together, and because we work better together. But it's amazing, my relationship that I have with my brother. He has his things that he does in life, and I have the things that I do. And it really is a perfect match for what we do. We never fight. We never argue. It's unheard of the way that we are as partners in business. I mean, he really knows how to handle me. I feel like is really the way. I feel like we just got divorced and you just got married, but we're still kind of together. You know what I mean? I know I can't have Laura, but I got Brad still. But anyway, as a brother and as a partner, you want your partner to always step up and be better than almost you. It's kind of like a doubles partner in tennis. I knew when I was growing up playing tennis, I always wanted my partner to be better than me, because that would make me want to play better for him. And since he met Laura, his game has stepped up tremendously as far as business goes. And I mean, it's amazing what this guy does. People don't know he's a chef. I mean, the guy has 20 cookbooks, and he bakes bread and shit. I called him the other day. I was like, Brad, what are you doing? Why don't you go out with us? He's like, I'm baking bread. What do you mean you're baking bread? It's like, oh, I got another 45 minutes in the oven. All right, cool, dude. Can't wait to try it. He loves French cuisine. No, you do. You love French cuisine, Brad. You a lot of people know that he's big into the wine. A lot of people know he's big into the wine. He serves huge assets with the company, and being able to tutor all of our staff on. People look up to Brad because he knows so much about wine and so much, and our staff feeds off him. And I just couldn't ask for a better partner, as somebody that, and even over the last 2 years, ever since he's been with Laura, I'm serious. Ever since you met her, your shit has just been amazing. I mean, it's I'm who is this guy? I'm serious. You've been coming out of the woodworks. But I'm going to go back a little bit real quick, because this is funny. So I'm living at the lot. We used to live in a duplex together right by Backstage. Well, we bought this club downtown, Club Indigo, and we decided to buy a big Pimp Daddy loft, right next to Indigo, so you could just walk home after the bars. And Brad was living with me. We've been living together for 6 years, probably, right? And I remember when you moved out, but you were still kind of living there. You still had the big room, which was fucked up, by the way. Because I was there more than he was. But he had the big room. You know? Your own bathroom and shit. It's an adults-only reception. It's cool. Anyway, he was with this other girl, and he broke up with her, and he met... I didn't want to throw that in there, but it's kind of relevant. They just got married. It's cool, guys. So, I'll never forget the day that he moved back in with me. And I had this big 3-bedroom place by myself. I was having a party, I was having a good time by myself. And you came home and stayed with me for a week. And you go, Brent, you go, because we share everything, like literally, like financially, like we talk, like you can't understand the relationship that we have financially and just business. It's unheard of the way we are, and I attribute that a lot to my parents, my mom, Andrea, and Brad. But he goes, Brent, if you want me to be single for the rest of my life, I will stay here. You remember saying that to me? Like really loud, like was like, I gotta either be single for the rest of my life or I gotta go. And I was like, all right, cool. Go spend a G somewhere else a month. And you know, but, and then my sister Corey moved in with me. And she really got to see how Brent was. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this one out, but I could really keep going. Anyway, I can finally say that in life that like my brother and I, we feel like we finally made it, and it's awesome to see him finally get his ultimate goal, which I think Brad always wanted to find his, you know, his real love, his true life. This is what he likes to do. Yeah, but going back to Laura, seriously though, like I said before, ever since he's met you, I've never seen him be like this with any other girl ever. I mean, he's just, you got him in check a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you kind of give him that look and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go home and let the dogs out. But no, I love you, man. And actually, this has been a really fun night. I can't wait till I get married, Brad. Like, anyway, let's all cheers. I just want to say, adios, Waples. Holla, Steven. We got a lot of Leb food back there. We've got some Mexicans that we have working for us in our kitchen at Wine Dive in the Hill that have made really good Spanish food for everybody.